Hello guys, welcome to my channel. This is Monish Ronald here and it's good to be back with a new video here. Today I want to talk about an important topic. How much does IndiGo Airlines charge for your recruitment? Interesting topic ahead. Do watch the full video to know what it is and how you are being scammed or what the truth is. Exactly 1 year back in June 2019, I made my video on YouTube as to how I got into IndiGo Airlines without giving any aviation diploma or going to any aviation training institutes. And I also left my Instagram DM link so that you can DM me and get your doubts clarified. Once the DM started coming, a lot of good ones as to how they got selected and all that. Also got a lot of messages saying that Indigo is asking a lot of money to the candidates. They're asking, there's a test, supposedly a test, in phone call interview and all that, your ID charges, uniform charges. I started reading that and I had the original letter of Indigo with me, so I knew what they were talking. They were getting scammed. Yeah, I've seen people getting scammed for aviation jobs, right from rupees 500 all the way up to 70,000. So really sad to hear the people that have gone through this because you send in your DMs. It's really sad. The thing that you need to note here is how to avoid getting scammed. I wanted to make this video for a very long time and thankfully I've got the time today to do this video because all the while I was responding to people on DMs and saying how this is fake, and I would prove it to them what the correct format was and what the correct offer letter would say. You can easily find out from the fake offer letters and what they mismatch doing. So how to avoid getting scammed? Point number one. Never apply through LinkedIn, Monster or Shine.com. If you notice that there are a lot of sites that actually promote these aviation job offers, Indigo or any other airline will advertise the job vacancy on their website always. You can go to their website. I will leave the link in the description. Go have a look at them. Now there won't be any openings because now the COVID pandemic is going on. But generally, you have the careers in the career section of the airline, not in LinkedIn or Monster or Shine.com. Now, second point, when you get the mail, the next thing that you need to be aware of is the sender's mail ID. For example, if the airline is sending you an invite, it will be from the person's name at goindigo.in or whatever the airline is. For example, if my name is Monish, so when I am sending an email to you, it will be as monish at goindigo.in and it will not be monish at gmail.com or monish at yahoo.com. No, it will not be like that. So if it's coming from Gmail or Yahoo, you can be sure that that is a scam. Thirdly, when you open the mail, if you see the words you have to pay this much money to someone, say 2,500, because that is a common bait I've seen. You have to pay 2,500 for the initial screening and then 7,000 for some other test. They'll say 7,000 and so on. So what you have to do is when you see the words pay this much money, you have to close the mail and say for yourself, I've just escaped a scam, because Indigo Airlines or any other airline for that matter will never ask you to pay upfront any money. Indigo, for example, even after you've got selected, Indigo will take care of your training expenses in Delhi. They will provide your flight tickets from your hometown to Delhi and they will do all that. You don't have to pay any money. When you go for the interview also, the water that you drink from the hotel that they host the interview in is free. So you don't have to think about paying any money to the airline unless you're Mukesh Ambani or someone of that sort. Fourthly, there is no such thing as a telephonic interview only and then selection. No, it doesn't work like that. The airline wants to see you in person. They usually conduct a GD followed by a personal interview. So that's how it works. So if somebody is claiming that there's a telephone interview and you are selected and they're asked to pay some money, it doesn't work like that. Nobody selects a person just like that on a telephone interview, especially if you're a fresher. So you have to keep that in mind. Fifthly, there have been a few instances where girls have messaged to me on Instagram DM and they have said that the person claiming to be from an airline asked them to send a few pictures of themselves. Now you have to realize that this is a job interview and not a bridegroom interview. Nobody is going to ask for your pictures. That's why the airline wants to see you in person, and that's why they keep a GD and PI to know who you are. They don't want to see your pictures initially. It's not how it works. Last and finally, if you are still not convinced and the mail looks very much appealing to you, you say the mail has got all the perfect ingredients to be from Indigo. Okay, let's take it at face value. You can do one thing. You can forward that mail or attach the contents of that mail to eco at goindigo.in, or every airline will have their own website like that. You can have any doubts, you can always email to eco at goindigo.in. So that's what you can do. they will verify it for you, and you can be sure of the job if it surely is. I'll also leave the link to my previous video on how I got into IndiGo without going to any aviation training institutes or doing any aviation diploma. That video will surely help you get inside aviation, because I've talked in a lot of depth and detail about how the interview process was, what was the questions asked in the interview, and it got about 12,000 views, and a lot of people wrote back to me saying that they got selected in IndiGo and right now they're working in IndiGo. So it gives me immense joy to hear from people like that. So if you're one of them, go visit the video, and thank you for choosing to watch this video. I will see you with a new video some other time. And also guys, as a bonus, I'm trying to get a person who's working in the aviation field right now in the ramp for a major airline in India to join with me for a Q&A session to answer all your questions. I will leave that video link as soon as it is posted in this description. Do share the video and do watch that video too for more knowledge on the subject. And do like, share, comment and subscribe to these videos. That will give me the motivation to do more videos in the future. Thank you very much. In India, because so the basic thing